Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today a very special collab with Bobby, Brawl Stars, an esport look for Space Station Gaming, and today we're doing a little drafting guide. So Bobby will test my drafting skills. As I said, my drafting skills are not really the best, but I will really try hard to get like a good grade today. Make sure to check out Bobby BS YouTube too.
Hello everyone.
So guys, you can try it yourself, and before I give my answer, you can try yourself if you're like good at drafting or if you could use some improvement. And with that being said, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, and I'll have much fun with the video. So big shout out to Bobby for helping me with his video. Big W's for him in the comments, and also check out his YouTube channel. He's doing very high quality, interesting pro videos. And guys, I can offer you some shout out tips, but for 3v3 esports, ranked pro, drafting, guides, whatever, this guy is your way to go. Share some love, leave some support, and we go on with the video. All right guys, so now first of all we have 5 different levels. We start with very easy, going to easy, medium, hard, and very hard. Bobby is our quiz master today, and we're just trying our best to make the perfect picks or just good picks. And afterwards, Bobby will give us a grade from A to F, judging how good we drafted. All right, so Bobby, the quiz master, you can go with the first challenge.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm your professor for today, and this is going to be the easiest one. So here we are. We have hot potato as our first question, and one side is going to ban Amber, Charlie, and Melody. The other side is going to ban Lumi, Kaze, and Cord. So those brothers are out of the game. So we have first pick Barry. You have the last pick here. So your teammates, second and third picked Shade and Bonnie. The opponents try and counter your Shade and Bonnie, going Lou and Ems. So you're facing Barry, Lou, and Ems. What do you go last pick on hot potato in Heist?
Okay, so I would take a bit time on this because it's hard to imagine it right now. It's a bit easier if you see it like from the drafting, but yeah, we're fine. My cutter will show everything so you know what's going on. We take a look at the enemy picks first. So they have Barry, Lou, and Ems. I don't think that's like the very best Heist combo, so I would definitely go for something that is doing DPS because they don't really have an assassin or a tank, so I think a tank would be bad because of Lou and Ems. That wouldn't be the best thing to go, I think, but I think an assassin would be fine even against a Lou. I hope I'm not wrong about that. Or you just go thrower. So I would say like Barley or Dynamite could be a decent pick. Let me go with Barley. What do you think? How good is my pick?
Is that your final answer?
It's Barley. Yes, it's Barley.
Okay, so Barley was the second best pick I was looking for, so that's actually pretty good. That's very good. The one I was looking for was Dynamite.
Oh, really? I caught them both. Not bad. Okay, let's go.
You did. No, you did very good. So the weakness to this comp is Lou and Ems are very bad versus throwers. And then typically Barry also loses versus throwers. So if it was any other mode, Barley would 100% be the right pick. But because it's Heist, I think Dynamite would be a little bit better. But both Barley and Dynamite are the 2 best picks 100%.
Okay, makes sense. So what's my grade for this one? I guess best one, right?
I'm going to give you an A, but not an A plus because it wasn't the perfect pick.
Okay, fine. I take that.
But this was easy.
Yeah, very easy. Very easy. So guys, next level is easy. Let me know in the comments what you have for this pick or what you think could also fit to this combo. And yeah, see you guys in a second. Okay, guys, that was very easy and we didn't do too bad. So next one is easy difficulty, and Bobby, your time to shine.
Okay, so we have double swoosh. We're gonna go with the first pick here. So the team with first pick bans Janet, Amber, and Buster. The team with second pick bans a lot of very strong brawlers, Lily, Sandy, and Crow. You have the first pick. What do you take?
Okay, so I have different brawlers in my mind. First of all, I think as a first pick, we want to play an all-rounder. So something that is not easy to counter. There's still 5 picks that will come. So either I would play good mid like Jean, Gus, or Bo, some of these brawlers, or also strong lane like Chester or Terra, since there's a lot of Terra counters banned like Janet, Amber, Buster, all with the AoE, even Sandy's banned. So I think Terra could be a very good pick here, but also Chester. So that's a tough decision. I'm thinking about Bo. I think Bo is a very good mid at the moment, but I'm also thinking about Chester or Terra on the lane. I'm just thinking, is there like a lot of brawlers that would counter Terra? Cannot really see them. So I will take Terra because I think there's so many Terra counters banned, and I feel like Bobby is trying us here. So my final answer answer is Terra.
Okay, I love that answer. Two things I have to talk about. One, you have first pick and you immediately started thinking of something safe. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that first pick. So that I love to see. And then secondly, you started looking at the bans after that. So you were listing the bans like Amber's ban, Buster, Janet, Sandy. You saw all those brawlers that are really good at one thing were all banned. And you said, oh, what does that free up? Terra. And that's exactly what I was looking for. So you get an A+ for this
Oh,
one.
let's go, guys. Holy shit. That's great. That's great. Okay, awesome. So next stage. Okay, now we're getting to medium difficulty on the map Shooting Stars. So Bobby, here you go.
Okay, it's going to be easy, but not as easy as the last one. This is kind of a unique brawler that I'm looking for. So we have Shooting Star. The team with the first pick bans Nani, Piper, Mandy. So kind of 3 really strong snipers. And then the team with second pick bans Angelo, Jean, and Lumi. So the first pick picks Byron. Your team takes Belle and RT to try and counter the Byron. Then your opponents go Carl, because Carl's pretty good into Belle, and Gus, because Gus is a very good support brawler that can help out the Carl. You have last pick. What do you go?
Okay, this is a bit more difficult than the other one. I have different picks in my mind right now. One of them is Ray. I have Tick in my mind. So even Bonnie. So there's a lot of potential picks in my mind right now. I think the enemy team has a good all-rounder combo. Like, I don't really think you can counter it very well, but I think a thrower in the mid, like a Tick, even when Kyle could potentially, you know, play the gadget, I think a Tick would be fine. A Gray, I think a Gray always works on Shooting Star, at least in my ranked games. And don't call me crazy, but I think I would also potentially go with a Duck, because I think they don't have like super high DPS, and I think just healing against with a Duck, just maybe, but I'm not going for Duck. I would probably either go for the safe pick or just try to carry the game with the Gray, you know, try to pull the Carl, the Byron, whatever, get some kills. So I'm gonna go with Gray. That's my final answer.
Okay, so yeah, this is definitely a lot more of a well-rounded comp than I gave you the first time. So Gray isn't a bad answer because Gray is pretty strong into Carl, and Byron can't really do anything when a Gray teleports on him either. Gray's very good on the map. Tick, I don't love because there's 2 support brawlers. So even though Tick is good versus both of them, it's probably going to be hard to get a kill versus a shield and heals and a Carl, right?
True. Yeah.
So the answer I was looking for was Fang.
Oh, Fang. Oh, yeah, of course, because of Carl and Byron.
Yes, exactly. Fang has there is Gus knockback, yes, but Fang destroys Carl and destroys Byron.
Yeah, right. Also, he had this buff that he deals like much more damage with his super now. That is a good pick. You're right. Okay, so what do you think about me considering Duck?
I actually think that's not horrible because, like, you had the right mindset, kind of. You were thinking, like, okay, I know this is going to sound crazy. And I was like, oh my God, is he going to say Fang? Is he going to say Fang? And then you're just like, Doug!
Yeah.
But, like, it's not horrible, but I think Gray was your best idea.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's getting problematic probably when Byron plays the anti-heal star power. Then you probably have a problem.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of pressure, so yeah, I get it. Yeah, okay, so what grade do I get for the Gray pick?
Okay, so I'm going to give you a B for the Gray pick because the Gray isn't a bad pick, but this is a very, very free Fang game, and I was really hoping, because 6 pick is easy. 6 pick, you're just looking at what you counter, and the whole comp is in front of you. So I was really hoping you would get the right pick. I gave you an A last time, but I can't give you an A again for not getting the perfect pick.
Got it. Understandable. We take this one? Yeah, I mean, Fang, really good pick. I forgot about the balance change, to be honest. So Fang was kind of a dead brawler for me, and I was like, no one picks Fang, but yeah, with that super buff, he's actually a very decent brawler right now. So that makes sense, and honestly, B isn't too bad, so we're fine. All right, next one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting interesting. Hard difficulty, so it really won't be easy. We're getting to like Masters Elo or Masters 1 or 2, so it's getting into high Elo. And Bobby, what do you have for us?
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit harder. We've only done last picks and first picks, which has been pretty easy, but once you're somewhere in the middle and you have good bans and good draft, it gets a little complex. So we have dueling beetles here. The first pick bans Ems, Gale, and Griff, and the second pick bans Belle, Draco, and Lumi. So the team with the first pick takes Lou for anti-tank. Team with the second and third pick, they take smart brawlers. They take Hank, which does get countered by Lou, but you can play Hank a little bit more passive, not always run it down. And then Barley, because Barley as a thrower counters Lou, like we saw in that first draft on Hot Potato. So your team takes Barry. So you have Barry and Lou versus Barley and Hank. What is the brawler that you're going to take in the 5th spot? Remember, there's still a 6th 6th pick available for the other team.
Okay, very interesting. That's definitely harder. First question, would you dodge if your random picked a Hank into a Lu? That's my first question.
Honestly, probably, yeah. Like, it's happened a little bit in the pro scrims, and I get angry when we do that, but it has worked before, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, okay. So you wouldn't say Lu is like a perfect answer to Hank. You still can play him smart, so the Lu doesn't have that much value.
Right. Usually in the pro scene, if a team gets both Lu and Hank, they automatically win. So sometimes you have to like force taking the Hank into the Lu so that you don't lose.
Okay, that makes sense actually. All right, so interesting. Learning a lot here. So I had this type of situation like pretty often, honestly, and I had to play against Hank a lot. And what me personally helped the most, especially since we have the Lu in our team. There's still a Colette open, but I mean, they could potentially go gray. At this point, I would like think like, okay, what could their last pick be? You have to always take care of that. So let me give you an example. So let's imagine your team picks like 2 snipers on this map, like Gus and like Bell, and then you have the 5th pick. If you also pick like a sniper or whatever, then the enemy team can pick a thrower and you're lost. So you always have to think of that, like take care of the last pick. Don't pick something that can get countered very easily. But what helped me here in this situation very often is Frank. I think Frank's actually a decent pick against a Hank. You can break the walls. We have some additional heal with the berry, so synergizes pretty well. And we also have a Lu. So what could counter Frank? Like, of course, a Colette. But does Colette fit their combo really well? I don't really think so. So I don't even have like a lot of alternatives. So I'm saying Frank. That's my answer.
Okay, so Frank isn't a bad answer. Again, I really like the way you're thinking about the draft where you don't want to take another anti-tank with the Lu. Like, you don't want to take 2 of the same brawler pretty much. I really like your way of thinking. So Frank isn't exactly what I was looking for, and let me tell you why. So although it is very smart to open the map up against the Barley and a Hank, if you have Frank, Lu, and Barry, the other team's going to see that and say, oh my god, this is the best B game of my life.
Oh.
Especially if you're opening the map.
True, true. Okay, I can see the weakness here.
So again, this is a really hard draft where there's a lot of different possibilities. Not every answer is going to be amazing, and even the best answer is not perfect. But into this comp right here, I would go Kenji.
Kenji. So yeah, I was also thinking about an assassin, but yeah, it makes sense to me. Didn't even think of Kenji.
So yeah, I thought about Kenji because A, you have your anti-tank and Lu. So obviously, like you said, you don't need to worry about that. And Kenji is very strong into Barley and Hank. Like, Hank is pretty weak into Kenji because it just feeds Kenji so many shots. You can get 2 hypercharges or something, and every hypercharge is obviously a free kill on the Barley. And then lastly, they can go B, but I don't think B is going to win them the game because you're just going to have too much control with the Barry, the Lu, and the Kenji, and there's going to be no wall break.
Okay, so my pick is not horrible, but it's like mid, right?
Right, exactly. Like, you definitely have the right thoughts because you have the healer and the anti-tank on your team. You want something with high HP, good zone time in case you face like a gray or something. So you were on the right track. It just wasn't the perfect brawler.
Okay, so what is the grade?
I think I'm going to give you a B- for this one, just because you said opening the map was good, which is not a bad idea, but then opening the map for a B is kind of like, like, you know, you're going to be in trouble. So B-, I think.
Another question I have here. What if I do not open a map? I still pick Frank, but I'm just not opening the map. I'm making sure I'm not breaking like the right wards where in case they picked B.
That's a really smart in-game adjustment that you would do, like noticing that they have the B. Okay, I'm not going to open the wall. And if you weren't going to open the wall, then honestly, maybe it's like a B or a B+ pick, but then that kind of takes away from Frank a little because it's so hard to use your super and not break walls.
Okay, understood, understood. All right, guys, I think not too bad for hard difficulty. And now the final level. Bobby, do your best. Make like a super disgusting situation for us, for me. And yeah, we see how it goes. Okay, guys, the last level, really tough one. I'm not sure if I will be able to solve this one because this is for pros only, for esport guys. But yeah, let's hope for the best. Bobby, your time.
Okay, so this is the final question. I'm not going to judge you too hard because this is like very pro level stuff here. But here we go. Pit stop is the map heist, of course. So the team with the first pick, they banned Shade, Hank, and Dynamite. Team with the second pick bans Cordelius, Barry, and Lumi. So first pick is Kaze. Your teammates pick Buzz and Rico as the second and third pick. They respond to that with Barley, which counters Rico, and Bull, which counters Buzz. So you're facing Kaze, Barley, and Bull. Your team has Buzz and Rico. How are you saving this bad draft?
Okay, this is what I was about to say. So I think my team did not the best drafting here. I think they definitely have come so far. I don't think there is an available pick that counters like all these three brawlers. I just don't think there is, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe there is. So first of all, I really wanted to draft Surge once today, but I don't think I can do it here because I think we're just lacking some DPS with Surge. So I think what I wanted to do is like countering Kaze and Bull by picking a counter to this. I just don't think there is an answer to one tank, one assassin, and a thrower. So my guess would be that it's really tough for me. Like, I'm thinking hard, my head is smoking. I was also thinking Charlie, but Charlie's not good against the Barley. It's just good against Kaze and Bull. Like, the best answer I can give you here is like RT, because I think his hypercharge is pretty broken. He's pretty good at defending, holding control. Only weakness I see is we don't really have an answer to that Barley van, but I don't see anything right now. And in a draft, you have like 20 seconds. And in these 20 seconds, I couldn't solve this puzzle, so RT is my final answer.
Okay, so yeah, this is a very tough one. So sometimes you just have a bad draft and you have to try to make the most of it. With the earlier drafts, especially on the easy levels, I gave you kind of good situations where if you take a good last pick or a good first pick, you're probably going to win. But this one, this is going to be very hard to win even with the perfect pick. I don't hate your idea of RT or Charlie because Kaze does a lot of damage, Bull does a lot of damage, and neither of your teammates are stopping that whatsoever. But at the same time, if you go those brawlers, you're not going to be able to do much damage yourself, maybe like 5% or 10%. And I don't think your teammates are going to be able to do enough damage to win the game. So the two answers I was looking for was Nita.
Wait, can I give another one? I still go for another pick. Only last option I potentially have is Grip. You can go on.
Ooh, close. Okay, so I was going to say that's not a bad one actually, because you can open up the map. But the two I was looking for are Nita and Macy. Let me tell you why. So both Nita and Macy, they're good into Kaze and Bull. A little bit more Nita because Nita's just easier to play. But then after you defend those brawlers, if you get Macy Hypercharge or if you get Nita Bear or Nita Hyper Bear, you could turn your defense into offense and then go do safe damage. Now, it's not perfect, but I think that's the only chance you have at winning this game is to kind of defend and do damage at the same time. And I think those are the best brawlers for it.
Okay, makes sense to me. Yeah, so I would say, guys, if you have like this drafting situation, you know the best thing you can do is dodging. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, as you heard, still, we are not looking for a Barley counter here, which is, I had the right path here with like RT or Charlie. Like it was going into a good direction because I was taking care of like two brawlers here from the draft. And Nita kind of does the same, just in a better way, as Bobby just explained, because she can pull off a better offense from her defense. I was thinking about that with like RT, but yeah, it really makes sense to me. And what was the second pick again?
Macy.
Yeah, I also really love this pick. Bit surprised though, because I feel like against a good Kaze, isn't she like just dodging you with the high reload speed?
Yeah, now the thing is, you need to worry about the Bull a little bit more than the Kaze because Buzz is okay into Kaze. Like Buzz can kind of control Kaze and Barley, but the Bull is the biggest problem. So you can kind of use your dash to stun the Bull. The super is really good against Kaze and Bull, and then yeah, you can hit the safe for like 4% a shot and use your hypercharge to break the like 25% at once.
Okay, got it. So what would you give me for my RT and Griff pick?
So your RT and Griff, your Griff I think was a little bit better and you were on the right track, but you are not winning the game with either of those picks. So I'm gonna have to give you a C for that one.
Okay.
But again, this is like pro level. This is really challenging, and I think the two brawlers were the only two that I think have any chance of winning.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we have, I think it's 94 brawlers in the game, and if only 2 picks here could make a difference, you can tell, guys, this one was pretty hard. And now, after this quiz, we're going for one final round of ranked, playing a game with Bobby, and I will do the whole draft. So yeah, you can roast me afterwards, Bobby, not while I'm doing it. They don't get nervous. And okay, I would say we go in game. So guys, oh wait, I think we cannot play when you're. Do we have a Smurf?
Oh my god, no, I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have one high enough.
Okay, then we do it in a different way. Then I will just queue solo and tell you my thoughts what we're going to pick or what my randoms should pick, and you're judging that at the same time. Does that sound good?
Okay, yep.
Yeah, it's not much left for Masters 1. I was a bit lazy this season, and I think potentially, oh yeah, definitely, we could try pro rank for another time. The season is still for 11 days, almost 2 weeks, and we already have 100 pros, so I think it's pretty much possible this season. Yeah, but enough of that. We're going in, and yeah, let's see. I hope it's a map I'm good at. Out in the open, I like knockout. That should work. And first of all, Bobby, I'm going with the ban. I think we're first pick. I think I would... Yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
There's the dodge. Okay, hot zone it is. Parallel place. Do we have first pick again? No, this time they have first pick. So we want to ban, or I want to ban, like super strong brawlers, like brawlers we want to avoid them getting. And I feel like our T would have definitely been one. I feel like Gray is super annoying on this map with his teleport. I hope this is a good ban. Yeah, I'm banning him. What do you say?
It's not bad. I think Kaze, Cord, and Lumi were the 3 best bans.
So literally what they did.
Yeah, almost.
Almost. Yeah, just a cat. Okay, they go Barley. So I would say we probably would also pick a thrower. What do you think about that idea?
What is that brawler? Is that Dyna?
Yeah, that's Dynamite. It's the
Oh my god.
The new skin.
Okay. So far, yeah, thrower's not a horrible idea.
Not horrible. What does that mean?
Well, I think I would pick as of right now, I think Assassin is a little bit better into just a Barley on an aggressive map than matching it with a thrower would be.
So Jaeyong, Barley, and Draco. Draco into a Charlie? Not sure about that. I feel like he's suggesting me Crow. We need some DPS. I mean, Crow's good. It's an anti-healer. I think Crow could be a good mid lane here. Charlie defense, Lily right lane. I think I'm going with Crow. What do you think? Did this guy help me?
Yeah, I think this guy actually was pretty smart. That was a decent pick. We're a little bit weak into Barley, but we do have Lily, so that's okay. And you could also jump onto the Barley after you get your super from the Draco. So I think you can definitely make this one work.
Okay, is my build fine?
Yeah, it's a good build.
So you think shield is better than slow?
In some cases, yes. Because you're going to be jumping on the Barley, I think yes. But I would have went the other Crow Star power. The one that is less healing, I think it is. Because you're facing Barley heals. And a support brawler in Jaeyong.
Okay, guys, we're going in. I cannot use my super right now. I have some problems with my device here. So I have to make the best out of this right now. I cannot use super the whole game. So that's definitely a handicap we have here. But Lily is doing a super good job on the top there. And Bobby, you can definitely do some live coaching here if you have like some advice what I can do better.
Okay, so this is kind of crazy because you can't use super. So what you got to do is you got to make sure you basically follow the Draco around the entire game. Because he's the only one you can do anything into without a super.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy. You can't jump on that Barley. Nice play there. And just take it slow. Do your job.
Okay.
Just hold it down. Draco's going to respawn, so I would probably get into position on that left side to slow down that Draco.
I don't have slow.
Yeah, it will not slow, but like, I meant slow down just like poison and that stuff. That's really good positioning though. Like, you didn't even hit that many shots, but you just like kind of squished them all into one area. And that was good enough to get your team the zone.
Guys, it works now. For the second game, will work.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah. Can use my super. We're going in here with a shield.
Insane.
Nice.
Imagine we could have done that all game.
Yeah, for real. Oh no. Almost died there.
Okay, well the pick was so good you won a game without super.
Yeah, true. But I think my team is pretty good. Like my randoms are cooking.
Yeah, your Lily kind of went crazy that game.
So I'm definitely not carrying here, but I think I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Just keeping the Draco away and the Jaeyong so they're just not running us over.
The Barley actually has a space station pin, so maybe you should let him win.
Yeah. Win trade before GTA 6.
Okay, right. Good kill.
Oh, Lily's so good.
Your Lily's going crazy.
Yeah, real. Okay, here we go. He's
perfectly played by you and your teammate. Here, you want to, I guess, just try and get your super, and when you get the chance, jump on the Barley, but you don't have to rush it, because you have good control.
Support the Lily a bit if possible, but he's pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are just holding... Yeah?
Yeah, I was gonna say, and this is perfect. Like you were gonna say, you're just gonna be holding control. You don't want to like jump in for no reason and also die. Like you're doing a perfect job.
Thank you. Okay, guys, just playing this one a bit slower. Like the Lily's not super hard carrying again, but we have more than enough percentages. So I'm going in with a hypercharge now, supporting the Lily here. It was a beautiful super, I think. Good timing.
Amazing super. Amazingly timed. Like going in at the same time is exactly what you want. Draco hyper, so you survive this and you guys pretty much win the game.
Dude, he's so broken with the hyper.
I know, it's insane. Beautiful. You probably would have had the kill anyways, but amazing.
Nice, guys.
Get that KD up.
Go. For real. I'm an absolute KD player.
Look at you. Holy, what a perfect pick.
Nice. Okay, guys. I think we learned a lot today. And maybe it helps me reaching that pro rank again with randoms and doing better job with drafting. Because you guys know my weakness definitely is that drafting. So... yeah, big shout out to Bobby, insane gamer, and yeah, what can I say? I hope you win Worlds this year.
Thank you, bro.
Is that your goal? Probably, right?
It is my main goal, but I also am really trying to like, grow my content and my YouTube channel. So I have 2 goals at the same time. Maybe both of them can come true.
I wish you the very best. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you.
So, guys, that's it with this video. I'm saying it again. Check out Bobby's channel. Leave a bit support. Brawlstars is dying, and all these YouTubers need your support now. Share some love. So, yeah. I really hope you enjoyed it. If yes, consider to subscribe and leave a like. And if you didn't, leave a dislike and tell me what I can improve about my future videos. Thank you so much for watching. You're SnakeThug. Peace.